Let me tell you, it's not just talking, it's programming your mind for success. It's setting the tone for your entire day. It's shaping your destiny one morning at a time. You see, what you say to yourself in those first few moments after you wake up can determine the course of your entire day. And if you can control your days, you can control your life. It's that simple and yet that profound. Let me ask you this, have you ever noticed how some people seem to have it all together? They're successful, they're happy, they're always moving forward. What's their secret? I'll tell you what it is. They've mastered the art of self-talk. They know how to motivate themselves, how to push themselves, how to become their own best friend and biggest cheerleader. And that's what I want to teach you today. I want to show you how speaking 5 simple lines to yourself every morning can transform your life. But before we get into those 5 lines, let's talk about why this is so important. You see, your mind is like a garden, and every thought you think, every word you speak to yourself is like a seed you're planting in that garden. Now, you can plant flowers or you can plant weeds. You can nurture thoughts of success and positivity, or you can let negative thoughts run wild. The choice is yours. But here's the thing, that garden is going to grow whether you tend to it or not. So why not be intentional about what you're planting? Why not start each day by planting seeds of success, of motivation, of positivity? That's where these 5 lines come in, like a daily dose of fertilizer for your mind. They're the water that helps those positive seeds grow. They're the sunlight that brings your potential to life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Jim, I'm not a morning person. I can barely remember my own name when I wake up, let alone 5 lines. And I get it, I really do. But that's exactly why this is so important. You see, those first few moments after you wake up, that's when your mind is most receptive. That's when you have the power to set the tone for your entire day. It's like you're programming a computer, and those 5 lines are your code for success. So what are these 5 lines? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to break them down one by one, and I'm going to show you how each one can impact your life in a profound way. But before we do that, I want you to understand something. These aren't just words. They're not just positive affirmations that you repeat mindlessly. No, these are powerful statements that, when internalized and truly believed, can reshape your entire worldview. You see, success isn't just about what you do. It's about who you become. And who you become is largely determined by what you believe about yourself, about your capabilities, about your potential. These 5 lines are designed to shape those beliefs. They're designed to mold you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. They're like a daily pep talk from the most motivational coach you could ever have, yourself. Now let's talk about the first line. The first thing you should say to yourself every morning is this: today I choose to be positive. Notice the word choose here. This is crucial. You see, positivity isn't something that just happens to you. It's not dependent on your circumstances. It's a choice. And it's a choice you have to make every single day. When you wake up and say, today I choose to be positive, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're telling your mind, no matter what happens today, no matter what challenges I face, I'm going to approach them with a positive attitude. And let me tell you, that choice, that commitment, it can change everything. Because when you choose to be positive, you're not just affecting your mood. You're affecting your perception of the world around you. You're affecting how you interact with others. You're affecting the opportunities you see and the ones you create for yourself. Think about it. Have you ever had one of those days where everything seems to go wrong? Where one bad thing happens after another, and before you know it, you're in a downward spiral of negativity. We've all been there, but here's the thing. Those days often start with a negative mindset. When you wake up dreading the day ahead, when you focus on all the things that could go wrong, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're programming your mind to look for the negative, and guess what? That's exactly what you'll find. But when you start your day by choosing the positivity, you're flipping that script. You're telling your mind to look for the good, to find the opportunities, to see the silver lining in every cloud. And when you do that, amazing things start to happen. You start to notice the little blessings in your life that you might have overlooked before. You start to approach challenges with a can-do attitude instead of a defeatist one. You start to inspire the people around you with your optimism and enthusiasm. And here's the really incredible thing: when you choose positivity, positivity starts to choose you. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People are drawn to positive individuals. Opportunities gravitate towards those who approach life with optimism and enthusiasm. Now, I'm not saying that choosing to be positive will magically solve all your problems. Life will still have its ups and downs. You'll still face challenges and setbacks. But when you choose positivity, you're giving yourself the best possible tool to handle whatever life throws your way. It's like the old saying goes, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. When you choose to be positive, you're taking control of that 90%. You're deciding that no matter what that 10% brings, you're going to react in a way that serves you, that moves you forward, that brings you closer to your goals. So every morning, make that choice. Say to yourself, today I choose to be positive. And then watch as that choice begins to shape your day, your week, your month, your year, and ultimately, your life. Now let's move on to the second line you should speak to yourself every morning. I am grateful for all that I have. Gratitude, my friends, is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to transform your entire perspective on life. When you start your day with gratitude, you're setting yourself up for success in ways you might not even realize. You see, it's easy to focus on what we don't have. It's easy to compare ourselves to others and feel like we're falling short. It's easy to get caught up in the rat race, always chasing after the next big thing, never satisfied with what we have. But when you start your day by expressing gratitude, you're shifting your focus. You're reminding yourself of all the blessings in your life, all the things you have to be thankful for. And let me tell you, no matter where you are in life, no matter what challenges you're facing, there's always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your family, maybe it's the roof over your head or the food on your table. Maybe it's the opportunities you have, the skills you've developed, the experiences you've had. Whatever it is, when you take the time to acknowledge it and express gratitude for it, you're doing something powerful. You're training your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. You're reminding yourself that even in the midst of challenges, you have resources at your disposal. You're cultivating a mindset of appreciation that can carry you through even the toughest of times. And here's the really amazing thing about gratitude: the more you practice it, the more you'll find to be grateful for. It's like you're putting on a pair of gratitude glasses and suddenly you start to see blessings everywhere you look. That cup of coffee in the morning, be grateful for it. The ability to read these words, be grateful for it. The air you're breathing right now, be grateful for it. When you start to look at life through the lens of gratitude, you'll be amazed at how rich you truly are. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Jim, what if I'm going through a really tough time? What if I'm facing serious challenges or setbacks? How can I be grateful then? And that's a fair question. But let me tell you something, gratitude isn't just for the good times. In fact, it's during the tough times that gratitude can be most powerful. When you're facing challenges, expressing gratitude can help you maintain perspective. It can remind you that no matter how difficult things are, there's still good in your life. It can give you the strength and the resilience to keep going, to keep pushing forward. And here's another thing, gratitude has a way of attracting more good into your life. When you're grateful for what you have, you open yourself up to receiving more. It's like you're sending a message to the universe saying, I appreciate what I've been given and I'm ready for more. So every morning, take a moment to express gratitude. Say to yourself, I am grateful for all that I have. And then if you can list off a few specific things you're thankful for, maybe it's different things each day, or maybe you have a core list of blessings that you acknowledge daily. The important thing is to make gratitude a habit, a regular part of your morning routine. Now let's move on to the third line you should speak to yourself every morning. I am capable of achieving great things. This line, my friends, is all about belief. It's about recognizing your own potential, your own power. It's about understanding that within you lies the ability to accomplish amazing things. You see, one of the biggest obstacles to success is self-doubt. It's that little voice in your head that says, you can't do it. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not talented enough. And let me tell you, that voice can be incredibly persuasive if you let it. But when you start your day by affirming your capabilities, you're drowning out that voice of doubt. You're replacing it with a voice of confidence, a voice of self-belief. You're reminding yourself that you have what it takes to succeed, to overcome challenges, to achieve your goals. Now, I want you to really think about this for a moment. Think about all the great achievements in human history. The pyramids, the moon landing, the internet, all of these things were once just ideas in someone's mind. They were dreams, visions of what could be. And you know what made those dreams a reality? It wasn't just skill or talent or resources. It was belief. It was people who looked at seemingly impossible challenges and said, I am capable of achieving this. That's the power of belief. That's the power of recognizing your own capabilities. When you truly believe you're capable of achieving great things, you open yourself up to possibilities you might never have considered before. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to take risks that others shy away from. And here's the thing, you are capable of achieving great things. Each and every one of you has potential within you that you haven't even begun to tap into. You have skills, talents, and abilities that are uniquely yours. You have experiences and perspectives that no one else in the world has. But that potential, those capabilities, they're like muscles. If you don't use them, if you don't believe in them, they'll never reach their full strength. That's why it's so important to affirm your capabilities every single day. When you say, I am capable of achieving great things, you're not just motivating yourself. You're not just giving yourself a pep talk. You're programming your subconscious mind. You're shaping your beliefs about yourself and what you can accomplish. And those beliefs, they have a way of becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. When you believe you're capable of great things, you start to act like someone who's capable of great things. You start to make decisions like someone who's destined for success. You start to carry yourself with the confidence of someone who knows their own worth. Now, I'm not saying that simply believing in yourself is enough to guarantee success. Of course not. You still need to put in the work. You still need to develop your skills, to learn, to grow. But belief in your capabilities is the foundation upon which all of that is built. Think about it this way, if you don't believe you're capable of achieving something, why would you even try? Why would you put in the effort, face the challenges, push through the setbacks? But when you believe in your capabilities, when you truly internalize the idea that you're capable of great things, you give yourself permission to dream big. You give yourself the courage to take action, to persevere in the face of obstacles. So every morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am capable of achieving great things. Say it with conviction. Say it like you mean it, because you do mean it. And then throughout your day, let that belief guide your actions. Let it inspire you to take on challenges that might have seemed too big before. Let it motivate you to keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. Remember, the only limits that truly exist are the ones we place on ourselves. So why limit yourself? Why settle for less than you're capable of? Embrace your potential. Believe in your capabilities. And watch as you start to achieve things you might never have thought possible. Now let's move on to the fourth line you should speak to yourself every morning. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This line, my friends, is all about perspective. It's about how you view the obstacles and difficulties that inevitably come your way. Because let me tell you, challenges are a part of life. They're unavoidable. But how you choose to see them, how you choose to respond to them, that's entirely up to you. You see, many people look at challenges as roadblocks. They see them as things that are holding them back, keeping them from where they want to be. And when you view challenges that way, they become exactly that, obstacles that slow you down. They wear you out. They make you want to give up. But what if you could shift that perspective? What if instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, you could see them as stepping stones? What if you could view every difficulty, every setback, every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger and more capable? That's what this line is all about. When you say to yourself, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you're fundamentally changing your relationship with difficulty. You're no longer running from challenges, you're running towards them. You're no longer dreading them, you're welcoming them. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, Jim, that sounds great in theory, but in practice, Challenges are hard. They're stressful. They're often painful. How can I possibly embrace that? And you're right. Challenges are all those things. But here's the thing. It's not about pretending that challenges aren't difficult. It's about recognizing that it's through those difficulties that we grow the most. Think about it. When in your life have you learned the most valuable lessons? When have you developed the most important skills? When have you discovered strengths you never knew you had? I'm willing to bet it wasn't when everything was easy and comfortable. Nor was when you were faced with challenges, when you had to push yourself, when you had to dig deep and find resources within yourself that you didn't even know existed. That's the power of challenges. They force us out of our comfort zones. They push us to our limits. And in doing so, they show us what we're truly capable of. When you embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you're not just putting a positive spin on difficult situation. You're actively seeking out ways to learn and improve from every experience. You're training yourself to look for the lesson in every setback, the opportunity in every obstacle. And let me tell you, when you start to approach life this way, amazing things start to happen. Suddenly, failures aren't devastating, they're valuable learning experiences. Setbacks aren't discouraging, they're just coming back stronger. Obstacles aren't insurmountable, they're puzzles to be solved, problems to be overcome. This mindset, this ability to embrace challenges, it's one of the key differences between those who achieve great success and those who don't. Because here's the truth, success isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about how you handle them when they come. The most successful people in any field aren't the ones who have it easy. They're the ones who face the biggest challenges and use those challenges and fuel their growth. They're the ones who look at a difficult situation and say, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? So when you wake up each morning and say, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you're setting yourself up to join those ranks. You're preparing yourself to face whatever the day might bring with courage, with resilience, with a hunger for growth. And here's another powerful thing about this mindset. When you truly embrace challenges, you stop being afraid of them. You stop letting the fear of failure, the fear of difficulty, hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Because you know that even if things don't go as planned, even if you face setbacks or obstacles, you'll come out the other side stronger, wiser, more capable than before. This doesn't mean you'll suddenly start looking forward to difficulties or enjoying hardships. But it does mean that you'll stop seeing them as reasons to give up. Instead, you'll see them as invitations to rise to the occasion, to prove to yourself just how strong and capable you really are. So every morning, remind yourself, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. And then direct out your day up to those words. When you face a difficult task, a daunting challenge, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, don't shrink from it. Don't avoid it, embrace it, tackle it head on. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? And you know what? As you do this, as you consistently embrace challenges and learn from them, you'll find yourself becoming more resilient, more adaptable, more confident. You'll discover strengths and abilities within yourself that you never knew you had. And before you know it, you'll be achieving things you once thought impossible. Now let's move on to the fifth and final line you should speak to yourself every morning. I take action towards my goals every day. This line, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road. It's where intentions turn into reality. It's where dreams become achievements. Because you see, all the positive thinking in the world, all the self-belief and embracing of challenges, they're incredibly important, but they're not on their own. To truly succeed, to truly change your life, you need to take action. When you say to yourself, I take action towards my goals every day, you're making a commitment. You're promising yourself that you won't just dream about success, you'll actively work towards it. You're telling yourself that today, just like every other day, you're going to do something, no matter how small, that brings you closer to where you want to be. Now, I want you to really think about the power of this statement. Think about what would happen if you truly lived by these words. If every single day, without fail, you took some action towards your goals, can you imagine the progress you make over a week, a month, a year? You see, success isn't about making huge leaps forward all at once. It's about consistent, persistent action over time. It's about those small steps that, when added up, cover an incredible distance. Think about it like this. If you wanted to walk from New York to Los Angeles, you wouldn't expect to do it in one giant step, would you? Of course not. You do it one step at a time. And sure, each individual step might not seem like much. But add them all up, and before you know it, you've crossed a continent. That's what taking daily action towards your goals is all about. It's about those small, consistent steps that over time lead to remarkable achievements. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but Jim, I'm busy. I have work, family responsibilities. How am I supposed to find time to work on my goals every single day? And I get it. Life is busy. We all have demands on our time and energy. But here's the thing, if something is truly important to you, you'll find a way to make time for it. And your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, they should be important enough to warrant daily attention. This doesn't mean you need to spend hours each day working towards your goals. Sometimes it might be as simple as reading a few pages of a book that helps you develop a skill you need. Sometimes it might be making a phone call or sending an email or spending 15 minutes brainstorming ideas. The important thing is that you're doing something, you're making progress, you're moving forward. And let me tell you, when you commit to taking action every day, amazing things start to happen. First of all, you build momentum. Each action you take makes the next one easier. Each step forward increases your confidence, your motivation, your belief in what's possible. Secondly, you start to see results. Maybe not immediately, maybe not dramatically, but over time you'll start to notice you'll start to see yourself getting closer to your goals. And that progress, even if it's small, is incredibly motivating. It fuels you to keep going, to keep pushing forward. But perhaps most importantly, when you take action every day, you're developing one of the most crucial habits for success: consistency. You're training yourself to show up day after day, regardless of whether you feel motivated or not. You're building the kind of discipline and dedication that sets high achievers apart. You see, motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling on top of the world, ready to conquer anything. Other days you'll feel like staying in bed and avoiding the world. But when you commit to taking action every day, you're not relying on motivation. You're relying on discipline. You're doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. And that, my friends, is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's not about waiting until you feel ready or until conditions are perfect. It's about taking action consistently, persistently, relentlessly. So every morning, remind yourself, I take action towards my goals every day, and then follow through. Make it non-negotiable. Make it as much of your daily routine as brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. Ask yourself each morning, what's one thing I can do today to move closer to my goals? And then do it. No excuses, no procrastination, just action. And here's a powerful tip. Plan your action the night before. Before you go to bed, decide what action you're going to take towards your goals tomorrow. That way, when you wake up, you already know what you need to do. There's no wondering, no procrastinating. You wake up with a mission, with a purpose. Now, as we wrap up our discussion of these 5 powerful lines, I want you to understand something crucial. These aren't just words. They're not just positive affirmations that you repeat mindlessly. They're commitments you're making to yourself. They're declarations of who you are and who you're becoming. When you say, today I choose to be positive, you're committing to approaching life with optimism and enthusiasm, regardless of the circumstances. When you say, I am grateful for all that I have, you're committing to focusing on abundance rather than scarcity, to appreciating the blessings in your life. When you say, I am capable of achieving great things, you're committing to believing in yourself, to recognizing and embracing your own potential. When you say, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you're committing to facing difficulties head-on, to learning and improving from every experience. And when you say, I take action towards my goals every day, you're committing to turning your dreams into reality through consistent, persistent effort. These 5 lines, when internalized and truly lived, have the power to transform your life. They can reshape your mindset, refocus your energy, and realign your actions with your aspirations. But here's the thing, they only work if you use them. They only have power if you believe them and act on them. You can't just say these words once and expect your life to change. You need to make them a part of your daily routine, a fundamental aspect of how you approach each day. That's why I'm challenging you to speak these 5 lines to yourself every morning. Make it the first thing you do when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you turn on the news, before you start worrying about the day ahead. Take a moment to center yourself with these powerful affirmations. Say them out loud. Say them with conviction. Say them like you mean them, because you do mean them. They're not just words on a page or ideas in your head. They're truths about who you are and who you're becoming. And here's a powerful tip. Don't just say these lines in the morning and then forget about them. Carry them with you throughout your day. Write them down and keep them somewhere you can see them, on your desk, on your mirror, as the background on your phone. Let them be constant reminders of the commitments you've made to yourself. When you face a challenge, remind yourself, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. When you're feeling discouraged, remind yourself, I am capable of achieving great things. When you're tempted to procrastinate, remind yourself, I take action towards my goals every day. Use these lines as touchstones, as anchors that keep you grounded in the mindset of success and achievement. Let them guide your thoughts, your decisions, your actions throughout each day. And here's another powerful practice. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on how you lived up to these commitments. Ask yourself, or now you can't perceive yourself, did I choose positivity today? Did I express gratitude? Did I believe in my capabilities? Did I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth? Did I take action towards my goals? Be honest with yourself. Celebrate the times when you lived up to these commitments. And when you fall short, because we all do sometimes, don't beat yourself up. Instead, use it as an opportunity to recommit to do better tomorrow. You see, success isn't about being perfect. It's about consistent effort, about getting back up when you fall, about recommitting to your goals and your mindset every single day. That's why these 5 lines are so powerful. They give you a daily opportunity to reset, to refocus, to recommit to the person you want to be and the life you want to create. So I challenge you, no, I urge you to make these 5 lines a part of your daily routine. Speak them to yourself every morning. Let them shape your mindset, guide your actions, and transform your life.